Talk to us a bit about being back, being a Charger again.
It feels good to be back where it all started. Like I'm back home. Obviously, there's a lot of different faces in the locker room, some familiar faces. Even in the building, there's new faces, familiar faces. So it just feels good being home, just new faces.
There are quite a few new faces, especially this offseason. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Does it feel, it's got to feel a little bit different.
Yeah, like I said, there's just different faces in here. Obviously, it's a whole different structure that Coach Harbaugh got going on. I don't know what the structure was last year or the previous years before that, but I like, the structure that he has, the way that he go about, directing the team. I love it.
What's the energy like right now?
Oh, no problem. Well, the day was, day one. Energy was everywhere. I mean, there's still some things we need to clean up, but it felt like day one. I mean, it's like day one of practice, but it's not day one. But everybody just out there giving great energy, great communication, and just flying around.
What are your early impressions of the defensive scheme from Coach Minter?
It's day one. I like the scheme. And I'm sweating. Here we go. This is what I was talking about, man.
You did just practice for 2 hours, so.
But the scheme, I love it. Everybody's able to play fast. You're not really out there thinking so much. The communication has to be there so everybody plays on the same page. But the day for it being day one, with some guys, that wasn't here doing OTAs, it wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad.
What's it been like with Navarro, and how's he been, leading the group?
He's a player's coach, somebody that played the game, especially at that position at a high level. So having him there, it's almost like when I played with the ops. I got to call them the ops now. It's like when I played with the ops, same thing. I had a player's coach, so they understand the game, and it makes it a lot easier for us to go out there and play and understand it.
Did you know him before this at all?
I've met him like when I was coming out, like my rookie year. I don't think he remembered, but I met him.
Was he? I don't know. Was he someone that you watched live?
Oh, of course. When he played with San Fran, I used to watch him and Patrick Willis all the time. Jonathan Vilma, like all the older guys.
What made you choose the single-digit number?
That happened in Houston. And honestly, I wasn't paying Khalil Mack millions of dollars for number 52. So I was like, yeah, he can have it. 6 was available again, so I just started rocking with it again.
How different do you think this defensive scheme will be to, under all the years you played under Gus, but also D'Amico last year in his scheme?
Honestly, I feel like it's a mix between both. And me having the experience, I guess, in both schemes, it's going to be easy for me to play. I guess it's just teaching, the younger guys and, guys who was new to the system, I guess how it's done.
What are you expecting your role to be? Are you going to be the Mike Green Dot? Is that the expectation right now, or just sort of see what happens?
Whatever they want me. I'll be the place kicker if they ask me to. So, yeah. Whatever they want me, man. I can. I just kick in high school.
Oh, yeah?
All total.
Emergency kicker?
No, I was actually like starting kicking. Like touchbacks. Real talk. Y'all laughing. All right.
I didn't want to see it.
Yeah.
I'll bring the tape up. I'll pull the tape.
We've got a couple of young guys in the room, obviously Junior, Daiyan, just your early impressions of both of those guys.
They're not rookies, especially with Junior coming from this system, like he played in it. And just hearing him talk and in the meeting rooms, almost like, like he's been in the system. I mean, obviously he's been in the system, but he's almost like a pro in there. And Daiyan, I mean, it's about the same. I don't know what type of system they ran last year. I think it's somewhat similar, but those guys are not, they don't come off as young guys. They really prep themselves as older guys, and they watch me, so I got to be on my P's and Q's and make sure, I'm doing what I need to do. But, yeah, they're not rookies to me, or young guys.
How much have you been asking Junior about just different things that Coach Minter expects, or maybe different things with the system since he's been in it for so long?
You want my honest answer? I haven't asked him nothing. If anything, I asked him about, the running and the conditioning that they did. Because Coach Herb, yeah, you ever ran 150s before?
No.
Okay, so I'll break it down. It's 150 yards in 25-yard increments. And instead of 30 seconds, you got to get there in 29.9. Don't understand it. I don't know how you put that on the stopwatch. But conditioning is one thing, and that's honestly what I asked all the Michigan players about. They did the same thing over there. But as far as I ask him about defense, it's not yet.
So has it been for a month working with Coach Herb?
I'm still sweating right now. I just got off the field, so it's been great. He's one of those coaches that he just don't talk about the results, you actually see him. So it makes you want to get going and just follow the play.
How much of a difference was it that first day filling out that questionnaire about what he was asking about, you know, how far can your ankle bend and certain things?
You got to be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself, and if not, the pictures will show. But yeah, it's awakening. You know, it makes you want to go do extra. Like I've started doing extra because I got a couple F's and D's, you know, in this flexibility stuff, and yeah, just make you want to get better. That's the best way I can put it.
As a vet, is it hard at all to buy into the new conditioning program just because it is so different and out there, or are you the type of person where it was easy for you to sort of buy into?
I feel like it all depends on the player. For me, I mean, it's going on year 10. I mean, you're either going to adjust to it now or, you know, when the season starts. So it's pretty easy for me. Like, I'd rather just, you know, give the regimen, give the program, see how they do things, so I don't come in, you know, trying to do my own thing, and I'm like the oddball about the group. Just want to be, you know, there with everybody, not playing catch-up.
I can't imagine you had any exposure to Harbaugh before this. Am I wrong?
Nah, I haven't. My first impression of Harbaugh, like, I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but, like, he reminds me of Will Ferrell. Like, I don't know if it's the way that he talks, like, you know, his analogies and everything, but, like, they really remind me of Will Ferrell. And I don't know, it's just funny to me. Like, it's funny, but I know, like, he means well, like, everything's come, you know, from the heart. But I feel like you got to have a sense of humor to understand, you know, like, some of his lines and gimmicks. But I love him. I love him as a coach. Like I said, I love the direction that he got us going in. He played the game, he played here, and he understands.
Have you shared with him that he reminds you of?
Not yet. I'm pretty sure he'll hit us and talk to me about it tomorrow. But, yeah.
Are you thinking of a specific like Will Ferrell character, like from one of the movies?
Nah, just Will Ferrell, like, in general.
School, Talladega Nights. Which Will Ferrell are we talking about?
Talladega Nights.
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers is a good one. Step Brothers is a good one.
Steel?
I don't know, man. He just give me Will Ferrell vibes. He just give me Will Ferrell vibes.
Who thinks he does that? Gives you
I think I don't know if it's like his tone of voice, just the way he talks in general, but like the first thing come to head is Will Ferrell. So, I mean, I do take him serious. Like everything he says, I take serious though. But like when he do this joke around, I'm just like, oh God. Like I start cracking up in my seat.